Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for lousy. As in, I'm about to talk about the lousiest of all D&D module openings. And this is coming from the guy who got on the boat. You know, in Out of the Abyss. I talked about that one in a video. I'll throw a link in or something. Before I begin, let me preface this. The people in this group are not bad people. Trust me. I have met my share of jerks playing D&D. Jerk face. These people are not jerk faces. But there are a few things going on, so let's get to it. As I've recently pointed out, I was burnt out playing and cut way back on my games. Well, I am starting to get my mojo back, so I started looking for a new group. And you know, ironically, that was the video that inspired me to make this one. I found a group and made a rogue, an amazing future arcane trickster named Osmond. We were playing the module Horde of the Dragon Queen. I see you heard of it. If you have not, I'm gonna let my alter ego Biff fill you in.
Hello, I am Biff the Temperamental Werewolf. One of these days I'm gonna have to tell you the story about how the Eternal Newbie became Biff the Temperamental Werewolf. It's pretty cool. It involves Strahd, werewolves, a TBK. You know, now that I think about it, that's pretty much the entire story. Okay, so on to Horde of the Dragon Queen. It is an infamous module. First, it's as balanced as me on a seesaw with Pub and Forest, which is not very balanced. Then, we have the first chapter. It's, well, how do I describe this? It's stupid. Let me set the scene. You're in a band of traveling, spanking brand new level 1 adventurers, and you've been tasked with delivering something to some town. As you approach the town, you see it's being raided by scores of cultists and kobolds. Oh, and there just so happens to be a dragon flying overhead. What are you gonna do? Well, if you're smart, you're gonna nope out of there. Maybe come back next week, right? Get used to not being smart. Matter of fact, I would suggest somewhere in your character's backstory adding some form of brain damage. It'll make things so much easier. Osmond's mom liked to see how far she could toss him as a baby. She practiced every day. Her record was 14 feet. Not bad. Well, guess what? That's why I'm going to the town. Did I mention the dragon? Or the hundreds of enemies? Level 1, baby. Charge!
Between that and the first chapter being a slog of unbalanced battles, it is a mess. But back to the group. My intro to this group was not the best. Rather than explain it, let me just show you an example of what happened.
Did you guys see his toupee? I mean, it looks like a cabbage. And those slides, that's a mountain. That extreme toupee, yeah, that's realistic. It looked like a cabbage.
That literally happened to me. We were chatting on Discord and I said something funny. Well, I thought it was funny, but apparently no one else did. At least until another person said the exact same thing less than a minute later. Then it was all like this. They totally 80s sitcomed me.
You know what this means, right? If that could happen in real life, all the other sitcom tropes can happen too. I'm totally gonna go on 2 dates at the same time. I'm gonna do something really stupid, but learn my lesson in the end so everyone forgives me. Wait! I'm a big fat dumb guy! That means I get an intelligent, attractive wife. 80s sitcom land is gonna be so sweet.
Honestly, I was more surprised and amused than mad. I just put it down to some kind of Discord glitch. Like I said before, this is a good group of people, but man, if I had one complaint, they do not know the rules. It drives the rules lawyer in me crazy. Every single enemy that goes down gets death saves. Every last one. I guess I shot you with my arrow non-lethally? Pretty good non-lethal Eldritch Blast you got there, buddy. Okay, your game, you want to play it that way? Fine. There are a bunch of other things that kind of annoy me like this, but a good rule in D&D is you should never ever argue with the DM. It's not cool and I just can't recommend it.
I've only argued with the DM twice. No, hear me out. The first time we were fighting a flying kobold who was like 7 feet away and then 20 feet in the air. I wanted to shoot the thing with my short bow. DM is like, oh, it's 90 feet away. You have disadvantage. You know that look you get on your face when someone says something so stupid, you have to say it again in your mind to process it? I know that look very well. I see it on other people's faces all the time. I had that look. I said, no, I'm firing directly at it. It's 70 feet. He again explained that it was 20 feet in the air, so 90 feet. I calmly explained, "What? Do you know how projectiles work? Do you think I'm gonna fire an arrow straight at ground level? It's gonna travel 70 feet, take a hard turn, and then go 20 feet up and hit the kobold in the gooch?"
The second time was actually worse. We were fighting an ambush because even though we're trailing an army, we're apparently not paying attention to our surroundings. That's not how I would do it, but you know what? I can see it. That's okay. I go down and get cured in the same turn. DM says, "Well, you went down, so I think you're going to have to skip this turn." That is not how it works. If you go down and get healed before your turn, you are prone, but you still get a turn.
Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. Look, I don't expect everyone to know all the rules. I don't. I still mess up. But how do you not know how down works in D&D? Before y'all go biff, the DM might be new. Give him a break. No! This dude has been playing since Reagan was president. Has he never put anyone down in all that time? And yes, I know it worked differently in different editions. But 5E's been around for what, 6 years now? If that's his rule, I'm probably going to skip more turns than I take. I go down more than a first-year college student's attendance. Or was that just me?
I know how it sounds. It sounds bad, but I do like this group. And this DM. They are fun. One player goes around licking enemies to heal them. Dude's spit probably has more diseases than a Hell on Wheels brothel. Been rewatching that one lately. Same player is against killing unconscious enemies, which because every enemy gets death saves or just goes straight unconscious, we got a lot of. Me on the other hand, let's send these cultists to the big dragon den in the sky. That led to some fun role-playing.
Most of the party wants to off the unconscious enemies, but Petri Dish is very much against it, seeing as how, it's cold-blooded murder and all. So I tried to reason with him. We can't just let them go. They will go back and raid more towns, possibly killing babies. And since we could have stopped them, that would make us partially to blame for infanticide. I don't know about you, but I am not pro-baby murder. It didn't quite work. But this ain't my first rodeo. The key is confusion. It works in real life too. I once convinced a coworker the South won the Civil War with confusion. Then Petri just said something. He meant, "We don't know for sure they will kill babies," but he said it weird. It came out like, "If I don't see it, it's not bad." Oh! So baby murder is okay in your book as long as you don't know about it. Well, how about this? Go take a little walk, and if anything happens to happen to these guys, well, it can't be bad because you don't know about it. Can't argue with that logic, right?
Yeah, we offed them. Then later regretted it when we ran into an ambush they could have told us about. Oops. It's a fun group though, and I take it as a challenge to keep my big rules-loving yapper shut. Something I'm working on. What do you think? Would you have pointed out those things to the DM? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, play your character. Don't let your character play you. Wow, been a while since I said that one.